Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T from Tony'sPicks.com. We're here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time doing live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, and subscribe. We have tons of free picks on our channel every single day, so be sure to subscribe. Of course, we love you guys to be live with us. You get the best numbers with these picks that we give out here on the show. Make note of a few things. Our promo code, you can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then, of course, go ahead and get signed up. We always love to hear from you guys, so go ahead and post your picks in the comments you see there below. And also, make note here of our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to some of our long-term passes there. You'll find our top cappers, our top leaderboards like Private, who's been on fire. Morning Steam team coming in strong. Mindy has been on fire. Our VIP, Daniel as well, Paul as well, showing good results here. You'll find our premium picks here on the center of the page. Our best bets, each capper can release one best bet per sport per day. You'll see multiple of them up there because cappers handicap more than one sport a day. Many of them up there right now on the board, so go ahead and get signed up. Also make note of our $15 premium pick. Each capper can designate one of their plays every day as a $15 premium pick just to introduce their service to new and existing customers. And many of them want to make a good impression. You see a lot of best bets there at that $15 price point. Our 3-packs offer great value, so be sure you pick one up today. We see Mindy with a lot today. We got the Steam team in there as well. Lots of 3-packs going on, and Ramon in there as well. Of course, individual picks, if you prefer, you can purchase these plays a la carte on our pick ticker with team versus team information. You also notice the game flashed here in green called Late Steam. Those are late plays that have been entered in the system by our handicappers. We track them as late steam. Any pick that is entered in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time is late steam. Usually you have the best information late, so keep an eye on those late steams. And if you're a long-term subscriber to Mindy, that play is emailed directly to your inbox. That's how we work. Not all the plays are. Only the late steam are emailed. As a member, you'd have to log in every morning and get the picks. But the late steam, we make an exception. We allow the cappers to post picks late in the system as long as they're going off between 10 minutes and 2 hours, so they can be emailed directly to the members. So you see the late steam up there. Keep an eye on those in green. Those are usually going to hit at a high rate because, again, we're getting all the latest information for the pick. As you can find, our a la carte options are many right here, plentiful here on our pick ticker. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this underway. With us today is Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get game day picks underway. Let's welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com, where she's been on tear up on these leaderboards. Catch her Saturday through Thursday on the morning's team here on our channel with Ramon at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So let's bring in Mindy right now. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go to the college bowl game tonight. We have South Alabama and Western Kentucky meeting. In this one, South Alabama has been around 4. Now they're settling about 3.5-point favorite, total 57.5.
Yeah, so we have a pretty good matchup here between the Sun Belt and Conference USA. South Alabama here is looking for its first bowl win ever, or I guess it's, pretty much first time in school history that they've made it this far. Jaguars only losses here to UCLA and Troy. You'll see a lot of quarterback Carter Bradley, the Damian Webb, are pretty much their star players here. So you'll see a lot of action here tonight. Western Kentucky, on the other hand, they're 8-5, looking to win their 9th bowl game in 11 years here. Hilltoppers are led by a really good quarterback, Austin Reed. He's second in passing with 49 yards, just second to Michael Penix Jr. And he's 4th in the NCAA with touchdowns with 36. So there's going to be, I think plenty of action here today. But I think this one is kind of going to come down to some defensive play here today. So if I take a look at the Hilltopper side of the ball, they are, 17th best in scoring efficiency, but they're ranked 14th best in defensive efficiency. South Alabama, on the other hand, a little bit worse on offense at 56, but also have a pretty good defense sitting at 32nd there as well. It's almost kind of surprising to me that, the Hilltoppers haven't had more wins with that highly ranked defense. So probably some pretty close ones there. Haven't really looked back to see what that is, but I mean, I'm expecting the Hilltoppers here to kind of dictate the pace in this one here this evening. The under is 6-1-1. In the Hilltoppers' last 8 games overall, 3-0-1 to the under in the last 4 games following an ATS loss. And then 4-1 in the last 5 versus Conference USA here for the Jaguars here. Under a 7-2 in the Jags' last 9 versus a team with a winning record as well. So I think this one, even though we may see some scoring, is going to fall under the total of 57.5 today.
All right, Mindy here on Kentucky, Western Kentucky and South Alabama here going under 57.5. This game will be played in the New Orleans Bowl. This will be in a dome situation here, so in Louisiana. And of course, Austin Reed, you mentioned he was someone who announced that he was hitting the transfer portal, and that's what he said right after the season. Maybe the grass wasn't greener. He comes back to the school, and then we see the line move. So that kind of saw the line kind of move a bit. That was because Reed just changed his mind about transferring. He's going to say, "Well, we're going to stay here at Western Kentucky. Why not? Because they like to throw the football."
Yeah, they were. Able to convince him to stay there. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but I mean, go ahead.
No, I was going to say here, Carter Bradley, you kind of think more with Alabama as their defense, right? But then again, you look at Bradley had some pretty good success. And Hilltopper's team that you always think about offensively, but as you said, they did play good enough defense here. It's not the defense that we see in the past where, these high-flying teams that average 500 almost give up 500 yards a game. It's not that the case anymore with Western Kentucky.
Yeah, and then if you kind of take a look at where they've been, this season as well, kind of like what you talked about, South Alabama, probably known for a little bit more of their offense. They're 7-4 to the over, while Western Kentucky, they're 4-8 to the under here this season. And it's another indication, too, this line opened up at, 61, and of course was pushed down to where it is right now at that 57. And a half as well. But yeah, I mean, I really think that the pace is going to be, dictated, by the Hilltoppers. So, it's one of those, like, they do lead, in the nation in pass plays, like, over 25 yards. So it's one of those, they have a quick strike offense. But it's going to be, interesting to see how they will match up against South Alabama that has played some really, really good teams, here this season. I think they're going to be very competitive. And I think actually defense is going to come to play here today, especially in the Dome where they get finally nice weather in a bowl game.
Yeah, Dome in the weather. They can appreciate that. In New Orleans there, Western Kentucky, South Alabama under 57.5. This one will have a start time here of 9 Eastern time on ESPN. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySpicks.com for today's action. Great results here in the NHL. Some good results over the last 7 days overall. A great run right now in college hoops the last 7 days. 555 units of profit. Also showing profit in the Bulls here over the last 7 days. So, Mindy, we got action today here. Big card from the NBA, some hockey. Lots of college basketball today as we're hitting that holiday rush now with all that. We got afternoon games. So it looks like we've got like Saturday type cards with morning, night action as well. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Well, I have a couple games, going right now that I've been, checking out here this afternoon. It is always fun, I think, to have some of these day games that we can check out. And we're, of course, getting to this time of season where we have more people that are, off work, maybe enjoying a little bit of vacation time, or at least hopefully, right, to where we can get more sports in. Like, we're not getting enough, in the evenings. We got to fit some more in here during the day. But yeah, in action a lot tonight in college basketball. There's some really good games, really nice matchups. So pretty excited for the card here today. I did go ahead and put up a 7-pack. Like I said, I have plenty of plays today, so I think you can find a little bit of everything that you're looking for if you get one of those packages here today. Then also in on the NHL and NBA, I do have a 3-pack in both of those there as well. So even in more action, been hitting really well this week, like you had said. I'm excited to keep it up. Been, accumulating all the stats, all the data, been working through the steam in the morning. So I feel like I got a pretty good handle on everything here this week and moving forward. So excited. So yeah, go ahead. If you don't, want to get one of these packages just solely for today, why not try me out for, a 3-day pass, get you through here the holiday weekend with a 7-day. And then you can also use the promo code TonyT at checkout for you as well to save some more money, because everyone likes to put more cash in their pocket, from these holiday wins. So looking forward to a fun weekend here as well, Tony.
That's right. So again, I'm board here with Mindy over at Tony'sPicks.com as we flash the records out there. She's doing great work here in college hoops as well as NHL. It's been really going well for Mindy, so get on board right now over on the site. You'll be able to find Mindy's plays today. As she mentioned, she has a Wednesday night fast break 3-pack here from the NBA going off, as well as NHL 3-pack, so in action there. College basketball, she's heavily in action tonight with a 7-pack, so lots of action going on tonight on the ice and on the hardwood from Mindy, so you can go that route. Or as she mentioned, here we are on a Wednesday. You may consider that 7-day all sports pass. So this will cover you for the weekend. All of Mindy's premium plays for 7 days. It covers all the NFL. Remember, the NFL, we've got games Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So a 4-day work week in the NFL. All the college football bowl games here for 7 days. All our NBA, all the college hoops, all these holiday games going off right now. We're going to have cards like this here through the week, as well as, of course, the NBA Christmas Day games, the Christmas NFL. Remember, we split some of the games off Saturday and Sunday from the NFL, including the Monday as well. So a good time to get that 7-day pass. And, of course, you could use that promo code TonyT at checkout. That will save you 20% off. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab. And when you do that, you'll land right on Mindy's page, and you'll find her plays today. Those long-term packages up here today from the major sports, from college basketball, NBA, NHL, or if he's mentioned we prefer, just get the 7-day pass and get covered for 7 days of plays from Mindy, who's been on fire here on the site. You've checked all the leaderboards where she's doing great work there. So get signed up right now. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony Speaks Mindy with more picks there. And of course, that morning steam. I know you guys will be going on holiday break, so you're trying to cram in all these games in before your break after Thursday's show.
Exactly. So yeah, you can go over to at Tony's Picks Mindy, and you can get more free plays today. You might as well get your fill of the free winners that we offer at Tony's website here. On the YouTube channel, we give out lots of free plays. On Twitter, we give out lots of free plays. So you can kind of find lots of free plays everywhere. And then you can get our best of the best when you go to Tony'sPicks.com and check out our multi-capper website. It's pretty awesome. Hopefully you guys all get a chance to take a look at it and the functionality. And then also, yeah, catch me and Ramon in the mornings. What a way to start off your day. I enjoy it. It's makes me excited to get with you guys in the chat room and with Ramon to get my day started off right with the morning steam. We had tons of steam plays this morning. Ramon's kicking us off there with getting into all of the action and where all the money's going. So I think it's been really helpful. I think the folks in the chat room have really liked it. It's a really nice function, and so I think you should join us for the show. And then we also go over all of the the major cards. So we go over every game in the NBA, in the NHL. Usually do about 5 to 7 in college basketball right now, just because we have those big slate of games in hockey and in the NBA. We definitely go ahead and catch all of the NFL, which we have already started. We have made our way through Thursday and then through the noon game Central Time, the early games anyway, on Saturday. So we'll hit the rest of the NFL slate tomorrow, so make sure you get there to watch that. We're also going to do 4 more bowl games, so there's a lot of action. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and get some of those plays for Christmas Day, like DePaul and Creighton and some of those NBA games, you'll have to go ahead and buy one of our packages to get our best plays, because unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess for me, we're taking a little bit of time off to get some rest and to hang out with our families. But we appreciate the viewership, and thanks so much, you guys. We really appreciate it.
Exactly, guys. So get on to check out the Morning Steam Show over here on our channel, because you'll be able to tune in and check out Ramon and Mindy as they give out those free plays. It's also archived on our YouTube channel, also on our podcast. So I know at this hour here, many of you are working. So if you like to drive home and listen to get all the plays there, and also the rundown of today's card, you can find our podcast on all major platforms. It's Tony's Picks. You put that in the search term on your favorite platform and listen in. You'll find every pick there in podcast form, every show in podcast form. Listen to this morning's Morning Steam Show on your way home as they break down today's cards here from NBA, NHL, a little bit of college hoops as well, and of course the football they sprinkle in here to get in before the holidays. So be sure to check them out there on the morning steam on the podcast or on video archive when you get home from work. You can check out the video there and watch it as well. And a lot of the videos are individually edited too, so you can search your favorite video. And on our YouTube channel, just type in morning steam pick for team versus team, and you'll find it, especially for those late games. Because sometimes you forget about those late games. You need that late game. There you go. They cover them all there on the morning steam. Right, Mindy, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
I will see you then. Have a good evening.
You too. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time to get the best numbers. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Let's bring in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. He's probably busy watching all his monitors because there's so many games going on tonight. We got some David Goliath games, Shark Minnow games, or whatever you want to call them, but some competitive ones out there as well. But some of the mid-majors are playing well tonight as well, so this afternoon. So let's bring him in right now. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, definitely watching a few ball games. Got ESPN Plus fired up all over the place, and yeah, we had some interesting results. Certainly, even so far. The private play on the under thought was looking good in that game with Madison and Coppin, double overtime. That'll start your day off pretty crummy. But other than that, interesting games so far, and couldn't help but laugh when Mindy talking about, Austin Reed last week in the transfer portal and this week driving around in a new Corvette. So you wonder how NIL really works. He got hooked up with high-end realtor there, Hank Wilson, in Kentucky, in Bowling Green, and Bowling Green, Kentucky, that is, with Western Kentucky. And, well, he's staying. So you want to know how NIL works? That's kind of how it works.
That's how it works. Yeah, I'll rather pay the Conference USA than the Mac guy. So that's how you roll there. Poor Mac. Anyway, we're going to the NBA. Interesting one here is the Magic here. This has been a little darling for people here as they've been winning, covering, and getting some players healthy. They're going to be on the road here facing the Rockets. The Magic here, a point favorite, total 223.5.
Yeah, I like this Magic team. I've been touting them a little bit on the morning steam as a team that I think might be going against the public here a little bit. I think they'll finish closer to the playoffs than they will to the lottery, to the good ball spot in the lottery. So I think they have a little bit of a nice future here. And the Rockets, they have shown some life as well at home, and they both have two spectacular young players that I really like to see. So how will it shake down? Orlando had that 6-game winning streak snapped. Tony, they almost made it 7. They lost to Atlanta on those last free throws there, 126-125 in a high-scoring game against another mediocre team, right? So kind of comparing mediocre teams and high scores is what I'm looking at. Orlando, during that winning streak, they beat Toronto twice. Of course, they beat Boston twice. They beat the Clippers. They beat Atlanta before the Hawks came back to beat them by 1. They're still pretty poor on the road. Orlando, they're 23rd in adjusted net defense and 114 points a game. Houston, they're not any good either in adjusted net defense, allowing 115 points per game. Now, both teams are in the bottom 10 in adjusted offensive efficiency, but of course, they're usually going up against teams that are better than them. Here against like ilk, if you will, I think it's time for the offenses to shine a little bit. These two young teams will enjoy getting out in space a little bit, I think, and putting up some points. Houston has lost 3 straight, but they played decent at home. They did allow 124 points to the Spurs in that game 2 nights ago. Another poor team, right, Tony? You see where I'm getting at here. When these kind of weaker teams are meeting up right now, we are seeing some higher scores, at least with the grouping of teams that I'm mentioning. The teams just met on November the 7th in that one. 134-127. Houston got the win. That's 261 points in that one, Tony. That one was at Orlando, but our two guys, everyone loves these guys. Paolo Banchero, 30 points in that game. Jalen Green, sure, he's inconsistent, but he's my favorite young player right now. 30 points in that one for for Green. So these two guys will look to get off tonight, I would think. For Orlando, one of the keys certainly has been Markelle Fultz. Remember, we wanted to cast him aside, and, well, he's not ready to be an all-star yet, and he's not pouring in the points necessarily, a little over 15 points per game, but he's really steadied the ship there, really looking good running the point there with Orlando, doing a great job. So Markelle Fultz has kind of turned his career around a little bit there and helped solidify things with Orlando. Now, Banchero will have a little bit of a tough matchup, I would think, with Gordon tonight. Gordon's a pretty decent defender for Houston, maybe one of the few they got. Certainly, but for Houston, I would think Porter, I would think Smith, the juniors, they can have a good offensive game here, I would think. And also, Tony, a little bit of bummer for Franz Wagner. He is questionable. He would have a pretty good matchup, I would think, against Green. Not exactly good on the defensive end just yet. So hope Franz is in there, but he's listed as questionable currently. So kind of a bummer there when you're looking at trying to get the over, but I'm not as concerned with it. I like this one to go over tonight. Like I said, based on the fact that these two teams do rank poorly in adjusted defensive rating, and they're young teams, and when they get a chance maybe to put on some offense, that's what I look for them to do tonight in this matchup. I hear a lot of opinions on the side going both ways. I mean, Orlando definitely coming in a little bit hotter of a team, but they're, like I said, poor on the road, and Houston has been able to do a pretty decent job at home. They almost crept up near 500 at home so far, so that's a sign of an improved team. I think the teams can get there tonight, getting over this total. Tony, you see it there, 223. Sorry, I sat there and covered myself up the whole video, but the 223.5 in this one, Tony, I'm looking to go over with Orlando and Houston tonight.
All right, Ramon here. Magic Rockets over 223.5. Yeah, we saw that really interesting game there with Atlanta. It looked like Atlanta was dead to rights, and they made that big run there in the final 3 minutes to take the lead. They took the lead, and you thought, oh, this is going to be a losing ticket. Orlando's not going to cover it, man. They got in there, almost won the game. It was amazing the way they've been playing. Fultz has gotten healthy. He's back in the lineup. They've been without Carter for some time. We know Isaac, Okeke, and Suggs has been out, but again, Banchero has been there. They're getting some production from Wagner, and this Bull kid. Remember, we saw him in his freshman year at Oregon for Dana Holgerson. We thought he'd be a really good player there, but he got hurt in his freshman year. Comes out really not. We've obviously fell a bit in the draft because he didn't play, but Bull's contributed.
Well, he had one of the viral videos of the year just about less than a week ago when he went down, and I don't know if that was a Euro step or, he didn't take that one out of his dad's playbook, but he went through the lane. I don't know, it might have been 3 or 4 steps, but his motions and mannerisms and awkwardness a little bit kind of like his dad in a way. I mean, nobody was more awkward than his dad, who was really just a pretty awesome dude, really, when it comes down to it. But missed him when he passed away a long time ago. But Bull's been quite a chip off the old block in a way. Probably shoots a three-pointer a little better too. But that move was great. Shows that he does have a little bit of versatility too for a big man, right? He's not thick. Certainly his dad was the skinniest dude ever in the league. But Bull definitely didn't necessarily. Yes, I mean, I think he had pro prospect on him, but I don't think we expected to see what we're getting right now out of Bull. So I think he's still a development style player, but in this rotation right now, he can get plenty of work and has looked pretty decent so far. And Banchero, everything cracked up. Everything's been cracked up to be. I mean, going to be a big time star in the NBA, no doubt about it. And like I said, I love Jalen Green over there as well. And those guys, don't necessarily match up, but they do offensively. And Jalen Green, if I had to pick it, Tony, I don't know who's going to be in the dunk contest. I'd put Jalen Green in there for sure. He might be a favorite, actually, if he were in the dunk contest this season. So exciting young talent on both sides. Houston, like I said, I've heard opinions on both sides here. Maybe I lean to Houston a little bit just because of the way that they've been playing at home. It was disappointing for them to lose to San Antonio, which actually has shown a tiny bit of resurgence of late as well. But again, with bad teams, less predictable who's going to win. But I feel like with the total, I feel a little better about it.
Better on the total here. Magic Rockets over 223.5. This one to have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. Great results here on the ice. Big card from the NBA, 11-game card. Lots of college hoops today as we have games day and night in the holiday season here, as well as the bowl game as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, couldn't help but notice, like we were talking about some of the crowds last night, and I was watching that game you mentioned, Tony, with University of San Diego and Riverside, and I don't know if you've ever seen the Twitter handle empty seats picks or something like that, and man, there was nobody I know they were all on one side, the side the camera was on.
Yep.
But when you're watching the game, there was like 5 people in the stands.
I've been to that. I've been to that. It's all. I mean, actually, it looks better now on TV. It was poorly run over there, and the bench. It's just like it looks like a high school gym. It looks bad there in Riverside, but they're not showing up over there.
Yeah, and USD actually end up getting it done. I think you kind of called it there, talking about how can they be laying the points here. Anyway, tonight, Tony, I'm in the NHL. Back in the NHL for sure with a 3-pack of winners tonight for sure. You take a look at that number right there, 3,100 units this year with Tony'sPicks.com. I got 3 winners for you right now over at Tony's Picks for $30. Pick them up. They're profit guaranteed. If I don't win, produce a profit with this 3-pack of winners tonight, you're going to receive credits to your Tony's Picks account. If I bummed you out, grab a package with some of the other handicappers here at Tony's Picks, or stick with me. I'll bring it back in the NHL for sure. Currently having a pretty strong season in the National Hockey League, so I got a 3-pack there. You see it right there. Also, Tony, 3-pack of winners in the NBA. You mentioned it, big card tonight. All of my games going off before 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific. 3 winners for you over in the NBA tonight. Definitely like this card. Even might come up with some late steam in this one, Tony. Pretty attractive card tonight. Looking for something maybe in college basketball, and Mindy and I are already involved in a lot of games, certainly over with our Morning Steam account. Remember, if you can't catch our show, we package up our picks over at Tony'sPicks.com and, pass it along for a little bit of a price. But, hey, right now, one of our best streaks so far with the Morning Steam this week. So putting up a nice card, and winning days so far right now, coming off that 7-3 day. You showed it there on the handicapper leaderboard. We've had pretty strong nights, 3 of the last 4 nights. Pretty good number, pretty good green number over there at Tony'sPicks.com. So don't forget about that one as well. We're also involved in the football game tonight. Mindy gave you that free winner already on the video, but we did have a selection in South Alabama and Western Kentucky, so check out that video as well. So Tony will be involved there. Take a look at my 3-day package right there, $99. Get all my plays. I'm a high volume player, so you definitely get your money's worth with me over at Tony'sPicks.com, or pick up the weekly for $149. Definitely get a lot of picks from me. I'm high volume. High volume leads to high profits, and that's the way I play it over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right. High volume leads to high profits. Ramon, give you lots of volume there. Get on board right now. Ramon here on board tonight here over at Tony's Picks with a 3-pack here from the NBA. Also on the eyes with a 3-pack. Both of those profit guarantee. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee as well. Of course, Ramon was talking about his longer term pass. If you want to try them out for 3 days, we have that 3-day pass up there. Full priced there at $99. You could use that promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock $20 off that, 20% off, so that comes at $79, which is a really good value there. Get all of Ramon's pin plays here for 3 days. We got action Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Got some bowl games in there. Got an NFL in there as well. A lot of it, all his NBA, all his NHL, college hoops, and don't forget I'll also include any late steam. Of course, Ramon, all cappers get their plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time for the members, but we allow our cappers to post plays late in the system as long as they start between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Those will be triggered as late steam. in green. You'll see those around the site there on the pick ticker, and also on his handicapper page that shows the individual plays. Those plays will be emailed you directly to your members area, into your email that you set up in the members area. So again, you gather the picks here on the 3-day pass on the members area, and then you look on the email when Ramon puts in a pit play late. You'll get that through the emails. That's how the late steam works there. So that's also part of the 3-day pass. It's part of every pass that's there in yellow, whether it's a seasonal pass, if it's a weekly pass, 1 month pass, or if it's an NHL season long pass. He's got his full season passes from the NBA. All those in yellow include late steam at no extra charge. So that's how that rolls there over at Tony'sPicks.com. So go ahead and get signed up and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and get signed up. All right, Ramon will also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Ramon. And of course, you're also with that morning steam as you're getting ready for the holidays, trying to close out the show here before your break, trying to get all these NFL bowl games in.
Yeah, Tony got a free pick. It's in college football tonight over at Tony's Picks Ramon. It's in a game on the extra board with Bellarmine and Evansville. So head on over to Tony's Picks Ramon, pick up another free winner tonight under the radar, and that's how we like them sometimes. Doesn't matter where it comes from. We just got to get that money. Got a pick for you in Bellarmine and Evansville tonight. So get that pick. Follow all of our cappers at Tony's Picks. Follow their get their handle. Most of it's their first name, but you'll find it, in that little box that always comes up that says follow these. Well, often when you look at one, you'll get like the other three more cappers. You can just click on follow there too. Get some more picks that way. Mindy and I'll be back tomorrow with more morning steam, 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific. Yeah, we'll be previewing the rest of the NFL card, and we'll also take a look at the other major sports, basketball, college basketball, and hockey with our chat. We were not clicking today necessarily with the chat, but we'll see what happens because we've been pretty hot listening to them, so it was on Mindy and I a little bit, but we're doing the work, getting it done with the winners over at the Morning Steam. Like I said, if you ever missed the show, you can pick up our picks. You don't have to go back and watch the show necessarily to get our consensus picks. These are games that Mindy and I agree on the show as we break them down. I introduce the game, she breaks down the game, I add my contribution. If we agree on the game, that's a consensus pick. And it goes up on the site, and we resell those, and people are purchasing those as well, especially when we're hot. So make sure that either watch the show, get a great handicap, and you also can formulate your own opinion sometimes off of our handicap, whether you agree with us or not. We usually give out 1 or 2 plays per game, often 2, because I'll pivot, if you will, after hearing Mindy's selection. She might be on a premium pick of mine that I don't want to give away, or maybe I'm on the other side and I don't want to necessarily give out 2 sides. We're trying to give away great information, so I will pivot off my side and go with the total, or vice versa, just to give our viewers an extra opinion of the game. Sometimes I have a premium and I've got to go against Mindy because I'm already on the side or something like that. That's fine. That's what it's all about. I mean, handicappers aren't always going to agree necessarily, but quite often, you know what, Tony? Good handicappers, they will agree. And I think that's what happened to us today, Tony. We were breaking down the NFL card, and as we're getting later in the season, maybe the information's a little more clear, but Mindy and I had a consensus pick on nearly every game on the card this week. You're going to get your money's worth if you don't watch the show and subscribe to the picks, or you can go back and watch the show over the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, where we give all the way. You don't have to pay for the picks, Tony, you especially, but you can watch the show as you do and hear all of our picks and breakdowns. But again, you can always go over to the website and buy those picks. Just follow the morning steam over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right. Check out the morning steam over at Tony'sPicks.com or over on our YouTube channel. Or those of you that are at work right now, we have the show up on our podcast form, Tony's Picks Podcast, available on all major platforms. I know many of you are working, and you can just Bluetooth it in your car. Go to your favorite podcast platform, type in Tony's Picks, we're on all of them, and you'll be able to find the morning. We put every pick in every show in podcast form. You find the morning steam, the full show, listen to it, and on your way home. And we love our truckers out there. Again, don't forget, we're on podcast format. Get the picks via podcast at Tony's Picks Podcast on all the major platforms. All you got to do is search Tony's Picks. You see this graphic art, that'll come up, and you're ready to roll here. Subscribe, and also give us a nice little review. That 5-star, we greatly appreciate that. And, of course, listen to the steam on your way home to and from work. That's the way to roll there at Tony's Picks. All right, Ramon, it's always great having your show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
See you then, Tony. Thank you.
Yeah, Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be live with us to get the plays in real time to get the best numbers with them. And, of course, we love you to subscribe because we load tons of free picks on our channel. My goodness, I know I've lost count. I've lost count. There's just so many right now. Between our show, the morning steam, the stuff I do at night, there's tons of free picks, guys. So make sure you subscribe here. And there'll only be more and more coming here as we move into the new year. All right, now it's time for a little quiet in the chat room today. Some of you guys probably at work. I know you're there checking us out. Appreciate your viewership and your contributions here on our show, as well as the morning steam. Let's continue on here. It's time for my pick. Let's get the game up right now. We're looking at T-Wolves and Mavericks here. Mavericks 3.5 on the road. Total sits here at 230. We're going to be, again, coming right back here on this T-Wolves. We're not going to get off them. I'm going to continue to faith this Mavericks team on the road. They have not been profitable on the road. But let's just go over and let's take a look here at the injury report. You always have to look at the injury report when you talk NBA, because any time things can change dramatically, as we've seen this week especially. There's been a lot of players here on the report, and we've got to be looking at it. It's something I look at every day. If you watch my videos, what do I start with when I watch my videos? I start with the injury report. That's what you got. That's how you're supposed. That's what you should be doing. You should be starting with the injury report when you're handicapping the NBA, because it can change the game dramatically. Look at right now. We got Finney-Smith, Green, and Kleber out for Dallas. McLaughlin, Prince, Towns continue to be out here for Minnesota. Gobert is questionable. Anderson questionable. But again, we got good production here out of McDaniels, Edwards, and Russell, and the players and Reed. Reed really did well for them. And that's one of the reasons why I have confidence here in this Timberwolves, was because of what the contributions they're getting from Reed there. But anyway, the Dallas Mavericks have really had some issues here on the road, just covering spreads with performance issues there they've had. And I'll look at here at some of the numbers it'll give you here in this one. Of course, remember this is a rematch game as Timberwolves beat them in their first meeting here a couple of days ago, 116-106. The Mavericks shot just 41%, 42% from three. And Luka, I know he was eliminated. I don't even think if Luka would have played that game, I still don't think they would have won that one. Anthony Edwards, a big game. Naz Reid, he had that neck injury, came back, 27 points. There was no Gobert and Towns in that game, and they still won. And, of course, the Mavs have lost 9 of 14 on the road. On the road, the Mavericks are giving up 50% shooting, 116 points per 100 possessions. They're scoring 111 per 100. The Timberwolves have won 3 straight games behind really good shooting, and they're shooting the ball very well. So I understand that from 4 to come down 3.5, still like it 3.5. T-Wolves here at plus the 3.5. In this one, the game will begin here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com right now. Let me put up what I have going on today over on the site. As I've come off a pretty good day yesterday, so let me go ahead and refresh it. Sometimes I always got to reload my page for some reason, but here we go. Let's check it out tonight. All right, we've got a best bet up there on the board for you right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. It's a Wednesday play, and we've got also a 3-pack. So they're not overlapping today, so you can buy both of them because my best bet is not bundled into that 3-pack for tonight's action. So go ahead and get signed up over there at my site. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. And, of course, on that best bet, we got a college basketball game there in our best bet. And, of course, in our 3-pack tonight, we put together an NBA, a college hoops, and the college football for you there in that 3-pack. Of course, you see them there in orange. It is profit guarantee, must turn a profit. With the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. So that holds for that $15 premium click as well. My best bet here from College Hoops. We hit it last night with Wake Forest. Wake Forest didn't need the points. Duke has just been terrible on the road. If you watched if you took a look at the analysis I wrote on that, you'll see how bad this Duke team has been here. Just got to get rid of one of these commenters here. But anyway, you've seen how bad Duke has been on the road. But tonight we're on a best bet here from College Hoops. So get signed up there and of course get my 3-pack. Or if you prefer the longer term passes or good value there, 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass up to a year. All of my pre and plays for that period of time you select when you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase. All right, let's continue on here on a game day picks. It's now time to recap the plays from today. Let's put them up there right now. Mindy was on Western Kentucky, South Alabama under 57.5. Ramon like Magic Rockets over 223.5. I'm on the T-Wolves plus the 3.5 here against the Mavericks. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Tune in again tomorrow here live here at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back here. We're going to do regular shows throughout the week. We're not on the weekends, but we'll be back here. We're going to conclude the week here and do the Friday show. We'll do a Monday show for you. So we're here those days, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us so you can get the picks and get them in real time to get the best numbers. All right, that's going to do it here for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today. Going to wave goodbye to guys. You guys make it a winning day and night. We'll talk with you again tomorrow here on Game Day Picks.